You know, we're coming to that beautiful time of the year where everyone wants to get out and enjoy everything Outback Australia, and we are shouldering this campaign alongside Tourism Central Australia. And we're talking to the various tourism operators in this gorgeous part of the world, and what great people they are. Already had a chat with Uluru Segway Tours. Alex had a lot to say about their event out there that they have also at the Earth Sanctuary when we talked to Dan Falson. Talking to Penny now. Penny, hello. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And Penny comes from Outback Horse Treks. Now, Penny, is this the first time I know that I've heard of any such thing? I know we've had camel rides, a popular part of the tourism landscape in Central Australia. Outback Horse Treks, that's new.
We are quite new. We started at the beginning of the year. Absolutely.
Congratulations. Now, tell us a little bit about how this whole operation runs, where it goes to, where the treks start, and through what part of Central Australia. I'll let you take the reins on this one. No pun intended, of course.
So we have launched with one ride at the moment. We have other ride options in the pipeline, but at the moment we have opened with a 1.5 hour ride. So this ride is in the East McDonald Ranges. It's essentially on Undulia Station. Right. So we've been very fortunate to be able to work in with the Hayes family, use some of their cattle stations. How it operates is we have people come out to our property out on Heenan Road, out in Ross. Mm-hmm. And then the horses have already been taken out to Undulia Station, so we have people hop on our bus. We will take them out to where the horses are. They can go out and enjoy a 1.5 hour guided horse ride, coming back into where they essentially started from, where there's tea, coffees, cold drinks, and savoury and sweet platter available, where they can just sit under the trees in the shade and just enjoy a coffee with the horses before they hop back on the bus and come back to where they started from.
Say, for example, I've never been on a horse before. I'm a little bit trepidatious about it. I really want to know about the horses. Can you tell us about the 6 that you've got, and each of them individually to some extent? Because there are horse people out there, obviously, they're going to be hearing this and want to encourage people to get involved in the whole horse experience. This is a great way to become, shall we say, more intimate with the animals themselves. So tell us a little bit about them. They all have separate names, and obviously they all have separate personalities.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've actually got a couple more now. Okay. We're up to 8 at the moment. We're just trialling an 8th one. So most of our horses are Australian stock horses. 3 of them are actually related because we've got a really good breeder that we have started getting some of our horses from. They breed exceptional horses. And then a couple of the others are from different breeders in Australia. With the Australian stock horses, they are primarily used for, obviously, station work, and they are a great all-rounder horse. They are very well bred, great personalities, very low-key, love to just get out. They actually enjoy people, which is great. And we've got horses who are great with new people who have never been on a horse, those that maybe rode 30 years ago and haven't been on one since, and then right through to people who rode last week and, have done a lot of riding. So we've got a really good range of horses and what they are great for. But definitely each one has their own personality. Mm-hmm. They all live together in a herd-type environment at home. So they all, they all get along really well. They're a great team, absolutely.
So they're kind of like well socially adjusted.
Absolutely. We have some very tight guidelines as to what we're looking for. Yep. When we're bringing a new horse in. They have to obviously fit in well and be able to do comfortably what we are asking them to do. What we're asking is very low key in the world of horsemanship, but it needs to work in with different riders coming in. So some of our horses, you can have a person who's never ridden before hop on this horse, and then tomorrow have an experienced rider get on. So they need to be able to adapt to the person they've got with them each day, and they can do that very well.
If you've just pulled up to the bumper here, we're riding side saddle at the moment with Penny from Outback Horse Tracks, and we're talking to her about the See More, Save More campaign, which we're partnering alongside Tourism Central Australia. Penny, tell us a little bit about how many days a week this operation runs for across the week, and how many times a day, or is it just one a day operation, and also, what time of the day?
So we're offering this 1.5 hour ride at the moment. This ride is a morning ride. Mm-hmm. So in the warmer months, we've been starting around 7 o'clock in the morning. As it's cooling down, we can sort of push that back a little bit to 8, so it's not quite as brisk when you go out. But it's a great time of the day to be able to get out there, see the environment, enjoy the East Macs with the sun coming through. There's a lot of wildlife, so there's a small family of kangaroos that live just past where we walk on the on the ride, which is we see them every morning when we go out. Yep. The ride is we go through from Tuesday through to Saturday, but we have had a number of requests to do individual group rides on a Sunday, etc. And yes, we can certainly do that. So we have the ability to be able to structure a ride for a particular group if the dates that perhaps they're not coming into town or available, aren't matching up with what we've got available. And we've got other rides that are in the pipeline right now. So we've got a half-day ride, a full-day ride, and an overnight ride that are currently in the pipeline. So we've had a lot of inquiry about some longer rides, and they're definitely happening.
This sounds like a lot of fun. And we'll wrap it up now with talking a little bit about the great deal they're offering right now through Tourism Central Australia, the See More, Save More campaign. And that is that if you book through the Tourism Central Australia website, or, for example, visitor information centres in the Alice, Tennant Creek or Yulara, you get 25% off. It's a great deal in one of these rides. Where do we kick off at the price point?
So our 1.5 hour ride is $380 per person, right. With the 25% off through Tourism Central Australia, it takes it down to $285.
That's fantastic.
Which is a great saving. So it's definitely worth if Territorians themselves are looking to maybe get out and explore their own backyard, or you've got family coming in from interstate that might want to, go on a bit of a red centre holiday. I absolutely recommend get on to the website, so Discover Central Australia, or if you're in town, go into the visitor information centres and get yourself booked in, because it's definitely worth getting it done, absolutely.
Talk about an eco-friendly tourism operation. Your rides only run on barley for fuel, right?
We are.
If people want to check out your website, where do they go to?
outbackhorsetracks.com.au.
Okay, check it out. It's out there. And Penny, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. Now we'll get a gallop on and have a rest of the day. That's going to be fantastic. And if you want to contact Penny directly, you can call her on her mobile 0429 937 179. That's actually emblazoned on the front page, the homepage of Outback Horse Tracks. Follow your nose around there, and safe travels. And thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us in the See More, Save More campaign, Penny.
No worries. Thank you for your time.